I want to start with this really beautiful thought from Rumi. The wound is the place where the light enters you. It's such a powerful idea, right? And it really gets to the heart of what we're going to explore today. We're talking about a journey not away from a wound, but actually through it and towards something much brighter.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever given so much to other people that there's just nothing left for you? You know that feeling, right? It's like you're this well that everyone else drinks from, and then one day you look down and it's just completely dry. You just realize, wow, I am so exhausted. Well, if that resonates with you at all, you are so not alone. There's actually a name for this exact experience. It's called being a wounded healer. And you know what? Just acknowledging that, just giving it a name, that's the first and honestly the bravest step you can take toward healing. Okay, so let's get into it. What does it actually mean to be a wounded healer? We're going to break this down, because really understanding this is the absolute key to starting that whole process of healing.
So check out this definition. What's so wild about it is the paradox, right? You get so good, you become an expert at taking care of other people, but you completely forget how to take care of yourself. And it's not like you do it on purpose. It's more like this slow erosion of your own needs, your own joy, until that connection to who you really are just starts to fade away.
And believe me, the cost is very real. It shows up in these three big ways. Physically, oh man, it's that bone-deep exhaustion that sleep just doesn't fix. You know what I'm talking about? Then emotionally, all the joy just kind of drains out. And what's left is this feeling of irritability, maybe even resentment. And spiritually, well, that thing that used to feel like your purpose, your calling, it starts to feel like a heavy chore, and you're just left feeling hollow. So I want you to just take a second and really think about this question. What did you sacrifice? Was it a hobby you loved? A dream you had? Maybe it was even parts of your own personality that you just kind of pushed aside to make space for everybody else. Recognizing what you gave up, that's the first step to getting those pieces of yourself back.
All right, this brings us to a really crucial stage, the release. This is all about learning to loosen your grip on that helper identity. Look, it was probably meaningful for a long time, but now it's just draining you. And I get it. Letting go can feel absolutely terrifying. But what we're about to see is that it's also incredibly freeing.
And this quote from Joseph Campbell just nails it. It's not about losing a piece of who you are. No, it's about setting down this incredibly heavy role you've been playing so you can finally make room for the real, authentic life that's just been sitting there waiting for you this whole time. This chart here just illustrates that shift so perfectly. Look at the column on the left. Your value has to be earned. Your purpose comes from being needed by others. It's all external, right? The whole journey is about moving over to that right-hand column, where your worth is just there. It's inherent. Your purpose comes from inside you. Your value exists just because you exist. It's like a complete change in your internal operating system.
Okay, so all of this builds up to the absolute heart of this whole process, the reconnection. Think about it. After years, maybe decades, of looking outward to take care of everyone else, this is that gentle, deliberate moment where you start to turn your attention back inward, back to yourself.
So you might be wondering, okay, great, but how do I actually do that? Well, reconnection happens through real, tangible things you can do. Number one, listen to your body. Seriously, it knows what's up long before your brain does. It never lies. Number two, you start asking this super simple but totally revolutionary question, what do I want? And number three, you actively bring pleasure back into your life. And this is key, not as a reward you have to earn, but as a vital, necessary nutrient for your soul.
And here's a super simple practice. You can do this the second you're done listening to this. Just pause, take a deep breath, and ask your body, hey, what do you need right now? Maybe it's a glass of water. Maybe it's just 5 minutes of quiet. The answer is usually so simple, but actually listening to it and honoring it, that is a huge, powerful act of taking yourself back.
And all of this leads us to the final stage here, reintegration. Now, this isn't about being fixed or cured. It's not a finish line. It's about learning how to live as a whole person, taking all these new insights and weaving them into a new, sustainable, and truly authentic way of life.
I want you to really look at this. Think of it like a new personal contract or a manifesto. It's this incredible shift from the old promises you made, which were really about self-abandonment, to these new, sacred promises you make to yourself. Did you notice the language change? It goes from I must to I will. That's not small. That's moving from obligation to conscious, powerful choice. And that is the foundation for a life that you live completely on your own terms.
And ultimately, when you boil it all down, that's what this entire journey is all about. It's not about becoming some brand new person. It's about shedding all those heavy roles and expectations so you can finally and fully become the person you are always meant to be.
So, we end with a question. This whole journey, it's not about some huge, perfect overnight transformation. It's just about starting. It's an invitation. Your true self is waiting for you. The only question left is, how will you begin? What's going to be your first, small, sacred step?